welcome to Skinsense with Marie Claire. My name is Marie Claire, and I am the CEO and founder of ACNE EXPERT SKINCARE. And what brings me joy is to talk to our customers, our dolls, who are using our products and getting great results. And I just love to meet them face to face. And today I get to meet the beautiful Azarria. So welcome. I'm so happy that you could join me today.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Hey guys. So I'm Azarria. I am from New York, but currently I am in North Carolina due to COVID, the quarantine brought out a lot of awareness and the universe saying certain things, and it led me to North Carolina. So here I am currently, not in New York, but I'm loving it, loving the fall foliage, and loving the, space. It's done wonders to my skin as well.
I'm so happy for you. So this is home now. You're going to just be there.
Yeah, this is home now. And, I'm a New York girl, but I was raised in Pennsylvania, so I know a little bit about the suburbs. So I can get down in the suburbs.
Get down.
I can get down.
Oh, I love this. Well, let's just get straight into the questions then. We talked a little
wonderful
for this, and I like to just read them because sometimes I just go off on a tangent and then we'll start talking about cooking. But anyway, so why I invited you was because you're part of our Facebook group and you posted your before and after pictures and you've been saying how much you love the product. So this is why I brought you on. And so I wanted to know about your acne journey before finding us.
So before I can call myself I'm such an open and optimistic person. I will try anything. So early on, I literally would just, I've always suffered with acne and hyperpigmentation from an early age due to birth control. And that really kind of just at an early age just really messed up my skin. And I just really didn't ever really know what to do. I feel like all the time people would give me advice and I'd like to be open-minded about it. I would try something, then I would fall off, then I would try something else, maybe watch a YouTube video, maybe try to look for other people with my skin conditions and try whatever they're trying. Yeah. And I would just try stuff. And honestly, nothing worked. I even got off birth control and I told myself maybe this will finally work. It didn't work, but I think it did work, but you can't just get off of it and think, okay, great, wonderful, now my skin is gonna be wonderful. And then I got off and I felt better, but still no progress in the skin. It wasn't as bad as it has been because I tried so many things. I think little by little, maybe it gets a little better, a little this, little that, but doesn't do what you really were trying to make it do. Maybe now all of a sudden you got rid of the other thing, but now you have a new problem that you didn't know you were gonna have. So that's kind of what my skin journey was way before find this. I don't even want to say way. I want to say before I was a serial product user. Then I got off birth control and thought, okay, let's see what will work. I'm also a very natural person. I'm over here trying to make a remedy in my kitchen. I'm trying to do any
aloe vera plant with the gel.
Yeah, I'm over here growing trees, thinking that something is gonna work. Anything, I'm praying. I'm doing all sorts of stuff at this point.
Oh, you're cool.
So that's honestly all it was until I found you guys, and I have not looked back since. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys I have my credit card on file. I'm just yep, get it. Refresh it. I don't want to run out. Let me buy another one now.
Wow.
Because your skin is once you find something, you're just I cannot go back to whatever I was doing. I cannot. I can't go back to that old skin. I look back at pictures and I'm oh, good God. But,
yes.
But it's the growth process. So obviously it's not great to look at, but what can you do? It was with my skin. And that's honestly how I felt walking around every day. What can I do? It's my skin, if I could do something to fix it, I would be doing that. Don't you think I would be doing it? But people don't understand that skin is such a sensitive topic. I mean, even this,
and you have to go through it to understand it. So obviously I do this because I am acne prone, and I used to break out like insanely, you know, like not covered all over, but you know, I always was battling some sort of pimple around here, and I put tons of MAC makeup, and it was making it worse. So I get it when you're like, my God, can I wake up without a pimple today? That would be great. So yeah, I get it. Skin is, you have to be there. You have to like have gone through it to get how people really do feel about it. So yeah, I'm glad you found us. So how did you find us? On Instagram?
So I would say I did find you on Instagram, but also I have a friend, she's a personal trainer as well too. Her name's Candide, and she worked at my job for a very short period of time. And I saw on her page, and I think you guys maybe have done a Skinsense before, or maybe she was featured. I think actually what it was, her name's Candide.
I have so many clients.
But I think she was maybe an in-person client. Either way, she was the one who came in, and she was like, you need to check out these products. And she's, you know, a colored girl like me. So I'm like, listen, girl, I need to be doing whatever you're doing. I need to do too, because
I want to do it.
Yeah, because I'm like, you clearly are going through the same thing. You know, I'm just, you know, and I think at this point I had kind of got it down to maybe something a little bit more mild, my skin. And it wasn't like, okay, it's not super inflamed. It's not under my skin anymore currently. It was just still not great though. But I'm like, I need just a little something that can really just, you know, do the job. And whatever she was doing was working. And I didn't even know her for that long, and I just knew.
Tell me her name. I have to look her up and tell her thank you.
Her name is Candide. It's Khe. It's like that. She's beautiful. She's a model. She's tall.
I know. Yes.
Yes, you have to.
Now you said a model, tall, gorgeous girl.
Yes, beautiful skin. Like,
yes,
her skin is brand new. Like, her skin looks like a baby.
Gorgeous. Her skin is gorgeous. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, and she has beautiful hair. I'm just like,
she's gorgeous. I have to send her a note. Well, thank you.
Please do. Every time, I mean, within the first, I mean, she really talked me through it. She was like, this is what you need to get. She's like, go there. She's like, it doesn't matter what the cost. She's like, just do it. It's going to be worth it. Invest in your skin, invest in yourself. And I was so like a little nervous. And she even checked back in after. She was like, did you purchase? How is it going? She even told me to email you. Like in the beginning when I was first purchasing, she was like, email her, just, you know, any questions you have about, even after you purchase, send an email, ask, is this really what you should be using? Yeah. What products should you buy to push whatever you're looking for forward? Wow. And I did, and you guys were like so responsive in the email, like you were on it. So that was honestly helpful, because you get a whole guide. It's a lot of information. And I mean, it's going to be a lot of information when you're trying to revert your skin back to the old thing.
We give you a lot. And I think sometimes, you know, we have customers, dolls that said, oh my God, it's overwhelming. I understand. And the reason why we built it this way is because before we would get all these questions. We're like, what if we just answered all the questions all at once? So, although it seems like it's a lot of information, but you are equipped, you know, for the next 6 months to just go on this journey. So I find that the dolls who are committed, they're like, they just go for it, you know? So it's just, it's a matter of just committing to it. It's really a journey, I like to say. This is why, it's a journey, not a sprint, but it is so well worth it.
No, it's definitely worth it. It seems lengthy, and it seems like you're gonna be in it forever, but you're not in it forever. You're just in it for a few months, and then you can maintain.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I was very thankful for her putting me on. I was like, girl, you came through clutch.
She's an evangelist, an AES evangelist. I have to reach out to her. Thank you for
Yes, please do. She really, I mean, and that's the best part is when I love, because, you know, when it went back to when I was like a product junkie, you don't really know these people who are telling you what you should use. Also, they probably never even had your particular skin issue, and they're telling you, oh yeah, splash cold water on your face. You're like, okay, that's not enough for me, girl. I mean, you know, and you don't even know, but I felt like, you know, we kind of had the same skin issues, and it was nice just to see her journey and where it went to. And then I felt like, okay, you know, this girl clearly used the products, did the work.
That's right.
And, you know, or she wouldn't be recommending it, you know. So I was like, okay, at least somebody actually did it and, you know, knows the value.
Exactly.
So it sold me. I was sold. I mean, look at her. I was sold.
Yes. So I was going to ask you the next question was, what was the process like for you? So obviously was it a hard decision? It really was not, because she had told you that these work for me.
Yes. It wasn't that hard of a decision. I think choosing which like bundle I wanted to get was probably the hardest decision. Like choosing, like really looking at myself and taking time in the mirror and being like, is my acne inflamed? Is my acne non-inflamed? Is it a hyperpigmentation issue? Is my skin dry? Is it what is it? Like really sitting down with myself and like looking and just, you know, evaluating my skin every day and really just trying to figure that out. But I mean, the website gives great, you know, depictions of what is non-inflamed, what is not non-inflamed, what is pigmentation. So I think honestly that was probably the hardest part. But everything else, I mean, if you just look at the Instagram, you can, if you have troubled skin and you look at that Instagram, there's no way for you to make there's no hard decision. Like you're just looking at it and you're like, yes, whatever they got, I want it. Whatever this girl, her package, give it to me. I need that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, I always love to know the process because, you know, I mean, the products, it's not like they're $20. So it is an investment. I call it. It is an investment.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So well worth it when you are committed. And talking about commitment, how was the following the diet? Now you have to change your lifestyle. You're learning about supplements to use and to avoid, how to read labels and stuff like that. So how was that for you?
Well, I'm a trainer on a everyday basis. So like I've always been in a fitness lifestyle. I mean, which has pros and cons for people with acne. I sweat every single day, maybe about 3 times a day, but I eat great. Like I'm very used to cutting out dairy, cutting out milk, you know, cutting out nuts. Like I already, you know, cutting out complex carbs. Like I already don't even do that. Like that's just something I'm used to, following a plan. So doing this and following a plan, you know, it was a different kind of plan. It was a skin plan, you know, but I was able to think about it as like, okay, think about like your fitness journey. Like, okay, you got to do such and such. But when it did come to supplements, like I was already taking things like zinc and all that kind of stuff to try to help with hormonal imbalance, because that's what I thought maybe was affecting my acne from the jump. So I was already like doing a little bit of research. But I had just moved down here and I didn't have all my stuff with me that I have at home. And I just bought a bunch of things thinking, okay, like this is kind of mimics what I have home. This kind of mimics. It was not, so to say, because if you guys if you do show my before and after, like that first before was like when I first got down here. I didn't have any of my stuff. I was using random things from the store. I was like buying multivitamins. Little did I know, biotins all up in the things. I threw them out so fast, but it's so hard. And that's the thing about doing a program, because you're so used to doing something else. You really have to revert your mind and revert your thinking, because every day, because of consciousness and me going to take the multivitamin, I almost reached for the multivitamin, telling myself like, you need this, like you need this. And I had to be like, no, this doesn't work for you. Like if you're trying to do this, you can't touch that. I know that you paid for it. I get it. I know you probably lost $12. Okay, big whoop. But don't take it. Like just leave them or just throw them away so you don't have to look at them anymore. So things like that, I had to definitely, you know, adjust. And I think, but going back to what you said about, you know, the products being an investment, when I think about all the $12, $17, $11, $10 products that I would buy and never work, or probably just sit on my shelf forever, honestly, until I throw them all away. And I'm like, why would I use this? That probably equals up 3 months worth of you know, your products that actually do work. So, I mean, it's, when you think about it, it's the same thing with fitness. When I tell people, they're like, oh, personal training is so expensive. It's like, yeah, and so is eating out 3 times a week. If you add it up, you just bought 5 sessions with me a week. If you add it
that is so true. That is so true.
It's the same. It's the same
thing. You know, it's just like you have to invest. You know, health is not cheap. That's what it is.
No.
It really is not. It's an investment. Like eating well, eating organic, eating good quality meats, or if you're vegan, good quality vegetables, using hiring a trainer if you must, right, to help you with your goals. Just like you hire a coach. So it's like, you know,
I mean, when you want the results, you will, like, to the point, I was at the point where, like, okay, I thought, you know, getting off birth control would do it. I'm like, I've had it. I don't care how much I have to spend at this point. I will do whatever to fix my skin. And I feel like that has to, it's the same with anything. Like, if you really want it, when you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you are going to do whatever it is you need to do, or pay, or whatever to get to it. Like, at that point, you're just not going to care anymore because you've already exhausted all your other options. It's go all in or just don't even do it, you know? And that's what it was.
I love that. And don't you feel too like there is an internal journey, like there is a mind, like the mindset, the mind shift as well of how you look at yourself in the mirror? I love to ask my customers this a lot. So in the Acne Bible, I included some affirmation because I really believe that we are what we say we are, right?
Oh, yes.
So did you have to change your mindset on how you see yourself past the skin and the pimple? Did you have to do that?
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's unfortunate that we talk to ourselves the way we do. You know, that's what's really unfortunate. And I literally, I mean, if I go into my room, I can literally pull off my Post-it note off the dresser and show it to you. And I tell myself every day, be nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Like, if you're not nice to yourself, no one else is going to be nice to you. And it's like, if you, you know, there's so much, life throws so much at you every day. There's just no need for you to add to that, you know, add to that insecurity that you feel. And I want to say too, I mean, if you're doing the work with anything, if you're doing the work every day, it's going to get better. You can't just wake up, you can't just go to sleep and wake up and be like, yes, acne's all gone. Like, no, it can't work like that. It's a gradual, and every day you look at yourself. I mean, I hate, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to be saying it like conceited, but it's important to feel confident, and you're gonna feel confident as you slowly start to progress. There will be no negative talk anymore because you will just not even allow that for yourself. You're like, oh, look at my skin. Like, do you see me? Do you see me every day? Like, I am that. Yeah, it's like you every day. You're like, oh, who is that? Who's that girl? That's me. Oh, okay, yeah, I know it is.
It's true. It's true. The more you talk to yourself, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am a warrior, I am strong, you know, I am excellence. The more you say that to yourself, and you're not like, you're just walking in that energy, it affects yourself and how you see yourself and how other people see you. So it's all part of the journey as well. Like you said, being kind to yourself, no matter what. Like, doesn't matter if you're covered in pimples. And I know it's hard, but it's something, it is, I think, step number 1 in the clear skin journey is to like give yourself some grace, you know?
Yeah.
Give yourself grace. You will emit that energy and other people will give that to you in return. So you couldn't have said it better. The way you talk to yourself is so important. And this is why most times we post affirmation every morning. We do that.
Yes.
Have you seen that in our agency? And then we do the affirmation as well. So I'm glad to hear that you were already on that journey. So
yeah, no, I mean, a good affirmation goes a long way.
Come on. I've been saying them for a long time, and they do work. They have changed my life profoundly. So I do believe in affirmation. And now my next question I like to ask everyone is, have you come up with your own tips using the products? So while using the products, like there's a special way you would use the mask or anything. Do you have your own a tip that you figured out that we've never told you about? You're like, you know what? I figured out I can use the Daily C Serum this way, or any of the other products.
Well, some days I do, like if I'm not going out, I definitely, just to be sparingly sometimes, like I'll use the Daily C, and which is my favorite, truthfully. In the morning, also it just smells so good. Like I like the smell of it. I think it smells exactly what I want a Daily C Serum to smell like and give me.
It feels
so if I'm not going anywhere, I just put it, like it kind of refreshes my face. It kind of gives me that little bit same sense of like the calming gel. Like it's just like a little bit jelly, and it doesn't dry you out. Sometimes I don't even need moisturizer after I'm staying inside all day. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I just need to put this on my face and just chill. But also what I do notice, this may not be a tip, but I mean, everything is trial and error. So after the acne solutions, sometimes I would dry my, like I would just maybe have some left over, and I dry my hands on my towel or whatever. Don't do that.
Yes.
This is pro tip. Do not do that.
That's white towel.
Only white towel.
The Benz oil color.
Listen. My boyfriend is like, girl,
tell that
every one of my brand new towels.
We say it in the Bible, but people will forget. It's like,
you will. Like, and you're just like, I have looked at too many. I have blamed it on the dog. I blamed it on.
And finally, you figured it out.
Yes, and I did. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, that's what that is. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Towel.
Yeah, so my pro tip is use a white towel, or use a towel that is of no importance to you. Not the decoration towels, not the brand new towels you just bought from Target. Do not use those ones. Use
I love that.
That is my tip. People overlook that one. But it's true. Now I'm more cautious of it. After I use any other products, I immediately just wash my hands off real quick before I go to just like dry it off on a towel. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I do that too. And then it becomes a habit. You're like, okay, I've used the calming acne cream. I need to
wash my hands.
It's acne solution cream. The acne solution cream, then you have to wash your hands. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I do that too with the depigmenting serum. Because it has strong acids in there. So I always wash my hands. Yeah, definitely. That's a good tip. That's a good tip.
That's best tip.
Thank you.
It's a reminder tip.
That's a reminder tip. Yes. And my last question would be what advice do you have for anyone who's not feeling good in their own skin? Someone who is battling some acne, severe acne, or hyperpigmentation. What would you tell them, especially acne?
Yeah, I mean, all I would say is I've been there. I mean, I've been there, and I know it's so uncomfortable. I know, like, when you go outside, you feel like everybody's looking at you. You feel like the world is just watching you in your acne today. When in reality, no one cares. No one cares about your acne. No one is gonna be like, hey girl, you have a big zit on your face. They're probably most likely 99.9% not even gonna say anything about it, not going to make you feel uncomfortable. I know people, I feel like even myself, like when I was really, really suffering that, I felt like even if I said hello, people were just staring at my acne. And it's like, you're making it bigger a deal. I mean, it is a big deal to you. And if it is a big deal, do something about it. And you are doing something about it. So understand that you're doing something about it, but know, if you're reflecting that energy, like, oh my God, and you're being, you're reserving yourself everywhere you go because you feel like everyone's looking at you, just be. Like, it's okay. Like, if they, they've probably suffered with it before too, or they probably understand, like, It's okay. And it's not the end of the world. Still go on that date, still go outside, still go to the grocery store, still feel beautiful, still put that makeup on too. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. If you feel like that, it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. Like, it will, you are doing something about it. You know, that's the best thing. Is the pro tip is like, you're doing something about it. If you are watching this video, if you bought the product, if you are thinking about buying the product, you are inadvertently attempting and your mind is thinking about doing something about it. And I had a professor in college who told me, which I'll never forget, not that college was a long time ago, but still, I will never forget. He said, when you wake up every day, go into the mirror and fully shed everything and look at yourself every day. And if you don't like something, change it. If you don't like it, change it. You don't have to, you should not wake up every day and hate yourself, because there are things you could be doing. There's ways to change it. I'm not saying, you know, whatever it is you have to do, you know, buy the product, get on the weight loss program, you know, change that hair, whatever it is that you feel that you were just like, oh my God, I'm so tired of looking at this. Well, who's stopping you? Nobody's stopping you. Do something. You can do something about it. It's okay. It is not the end of the world. But I know it feels like it's the end of the world when you have acne on your face. It really does. And no amount of makeup, no hat is gonna cover it. But if you just get started, I mean, within 3 months, I mean, luckily, thankfully, I started I started it while we were in quarantine, so I didn't have to go out anywhere. No one was really seeing how scarred up my face had got. You know, but still, you know, it can be done. Even though maybe everyone's slowly going back outside, it's not too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. That's my last. That's my last.
That's the line. It's never too late.
It's never too late. No matter what it is never too late. I don't care how old you are. It's never too late. So that is my words of advice.
That is beautiful. And what you said too was just live. Don't stop your life because you have acne. You know, like there's so many things that I've had clients say, you know, I hope my boyfriend doesn't propose to me while I have acne. Like, we put our life on hold, right? Because of the acne. But I get it. And you're right. Just continue to live your life and find joy no matter what. And it is a process. It's not easy, right?
No.
It's not easy. But you have the choice. This is a decision that you can make. It's like, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to commit. And I'm just going to be nicer and kinder to myself.
Yes.
In the process. So I forgot to ask you, tell us the kit that you're on. What routine are you on? Is it the inflamed kit or the bright?
I'm on the non-inflamed kit.
You're on the non-inflamed kit.
The non-inflamed kit.
Very good.
And it's working beautifully, I would say. Because it's still, you know, it comes up sometimes.
Yeah. You know,
and I fix it.
Yeah. So you use the non-inflamed kit, and what else do you use? It sounds like you're using the Daily C serum as well.
Yeah, I use the Daily C serum. I use the brightening cream as well, like at nighttime instead of the hydrating moisturizer.
Very good.
And I have some of the other like serums 1 and 2. I have those as well. Yeah. And I have the brightening mask. I think that's what it is, the clay mask. So whenever I have a little, you know, one likes to pop up on me real quick.
The calming mask.
The calming mask. Yeah, which I love too. I'm like, that's probably like the best clay mask I've ever used before. And clay mask, I always thought, oh, these don't work for me. No, you just wasn't using the right one. That's true.
Obviously I love all of our products. Do you have a favorite? I think you said it was the Daily C. And now the mask.
Yeah, the Daily C. But honestly, I think my favorite product is the hydrating moisturizer. That is the best moisturizer. I used to purposely not use moisturizer because I just felt like, I don't even know. I just felt like it was clogging my skin, or whatever moisturizers were just clogging my skin. It wasn't really working. And I would just skip on moisturizers most of the time, and that's probably what brought me here. But this moisturizer is so perfect. Like, if I don't have it on, I'm like, oh, I need to go get my moisturizer right now. Like, I need to put it on.
Because it's hydrating and, you know, it will not break you out. It's just, you're right.
It's so nice. The texture is,
it's not,
texture, you did that.
Rich and hydrating. It's like, I can't explain it, you know?
Yeah, it's literally the perfect moisturizer. And it lasts so long too. Like, that's my favorite thing. I love the Daily Seed for obvious reasons, but the moisturizer,
I'm glad to hear that.
The best moisturizer.
This is great. This is great.
This conversation makes me want to go wash my face right now.
I love you so much. This was amazing. This was really amazing. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting us in taking the plunge. And now you've become an evangelist, an AES evangelist. And I love your heart and your soul. I love who you're becoming. I can tell that there's a lot for you to do in the world. I see your light. I stand in it with you. And if you need anything, just know that we're always here for you.
Oh, thank you.
It was so nice to meet you. It really was. It really was. Would it be okay if we tag you in the video when we're done?
Yes, absolutely. Tag me in the video. Anybody, if they want a peer support question, I got you. I'm right here for all the peer support. I'm here for it. And I honestly thank you so much. I really was honored that you asked me. I'm like, me, but you know, and I just really, truly, this is not like obviously we're not getting paid for this conversation. I do, like, I love you.
You're not getting paid for this conversation.
Yeah, I am not getting paid for this conversation. I truly paid my own money to, you know, do this, and I love the products. I will not be switching the products anytime soon. And I tell all my friends who I know also suffer with hyperpigmentation, they be sleeping on it. I'm like, it's because, you know, they don't want to spend the money. But soon I'm be like, how long you've been like, how long? When you gonna do it?
Gonna wait? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, how long are you gonna wait? Like, how long are you debating this for? Like, your skin is not getting any better by you waiting. Like, just do it.
I love that. I love that.
And I swear, every time we get on FaceTime, like, oh my God, your skin looks so good. Oh my God, your skin looks good. I'm like, I know it does.
I know. Let me tell you what I use. This makes me so happy, so happy. This was such a joy. This is why I enjoy doing what I do. I get to meet amazing souls like you. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much. No, thank you. Don't stop.
I will not stop. I will not stop. I will not stop. Thank you for the encouragement, the support. Thank you for your kindness. And I guess until next time, right?
Yes, until next time. Thank you so much again for having me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a good weekend.
You do the same. Much love to you.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.